Hello everybody, Snowski here, coming back with another YouTube video. Coming into today's video, we are going to be breaking down what is quarterly theory and a A to Z guide all the way from beginner to intermediate to advanced. So coming into today's video, really should be picking up on, okay, what is quarterly theory as a whole? You guys are going to be learning everything in between of what it is, how to implement it, and really how to trade within the means of quarterly theory, which is the study of time. So let's hop straight into it. Introduction to quarterly theory. Time should be broken down into quarters to properly understand market cycles. Combining quarterly theory with core ICT principles such as smart money concepts result in greater accuracy. Now, combining both quarterly theory and smart money concepts, a lot of people are going to start picking up how they are very, very correlated. And most teachers that you will ever see teaching quarterly theory, such as Legit Day QT, who really found and used and taught quarterly theory as a whole to the entire social media page, is putting together time and price theory. You're going to start to learn that without price, using just time can sometimes be tricky. Same thing, vice versa. Using time without price can sometimes be tricky. Using both together, time and price theory as I teach, really gives you greater accuracy when you are coming to a specific trading model. Now, learning quarterly theory gives you versatility. It can be applied to any trading approach and really works across all time frames, as of course, you know, it's repetitive and fractal. Any type of trading model that you really use can be applied with QT. It is super versatile and, well, not necessarily strict to simply just ICT. You can use it with many different trading approaches. Now, quarterly theory reduces uncertainty by providing clear time-based reference points to watch for when entering trades. Now, time is fractal. Time is fractal, for people who do not necessarily know what the word fractal means, is basically the study of things or concepts being repetitive. If you think back to any ICT smart money concept lecture, the concepts he tends to reference to a lot are power of threes, MMXMs, AMD models, right? All of these models are repetitive and they happen on both higher time frames and lower time frames. And that goes for the same thing as time is fractal, meaning cycles and the quarters within these cycles are going to be repetitive. They're going to happen on higher time frames and lower time frames. And well, this is really just going to give us a massive insight to what exactly is maybe our higher time frames telling us in correlation to our lower time frames. The entire study of quarterly theory, or the theory of time paired with price, is to pretty much give us an accurate pinpoint to when markets are going to reverse, not necessarily a guess off of such PD arrays, as ICT teaches the PD array matrix. It is pairing which specific PD array, once time aligns, is price going to actually reverse from, right? It's a pinpoint accurate level, and this is exactly what I teach. The yearly cycle is divided into 4 quarters, each lasting 3 months, as of course, think of the first quarter of a year consists of the first 3 months, January, February, March, etc., for the next remaining quarters. Same thing, they're all fractal. The monthly cycle split into 4 quarters as well, with each quarter representing 1 week. The weekly cycle contains 4 quarters as well, 1 day apiece from Monday through Thursday, as well Friday serves a distinct purpose. A lot of people know who study quarterly theory, Friday has its own function. It does not fit within a weekly cycle. As you think of quarters, you're thinking of, well, fourths. So 1, 2, 3, 4 days within a week. You don't necessarily have room for a 5th function, as of course Friday being that, I guess, addition or more of a expansion type of day, it serves a distinct purpose. Now that's a video in its own. Of course, you guys can look up Friday's function, but videos will be coming soon about Friday. Now the daily cycle is broken into 4 6-hour quarters, aligning neatly with the 4 trading sessions in a typical trading day. Easily you can think of this, well, you have your Asia session, your London session, your New York AM, and your New York PM. Each of them are split perfectly into 6-hour fragments, as the very last quarter, New York PM, of course, closing an hour for your new day or new week opening gap. That's going to be a 5-hour quarter. So each quarter is necessarily going to be 6 hours, and then New York PM is going to be a 5-hour quarter. Well, the entire cycle being 4 quarters. Each trading session can also be segmented into 4 quarters, each lasting 90 minutes. Understand, don't let this confuse you. What this is basically telling you is between each yearly cycle, there's going to be, 4 quarters. Each quarter is going to be 3 months. Now, each 3 months, you're also going to be going into a fractal level, understanding, okay, there's going to be a monthly cycle. Between the month, there's going to be 4 weeks. Between each week, there's going to be 4 quarters. Obviously, Friday has its distinct purpose. Between each day, there's going to be 4 sessions. And between each session, being 6 hours long, there's going to be, 4 90-minute quarters. And, you can actually technically go a lot lower and reference to microcycles, which are 22.5 minutes long between each 90 minutes. Now, the function of quarter one. Each quarter has a specific purpose or movement to each cycle using if-then logic. We can predict future quarters ahead. Now, what this is basically saying is every single day, there's obviously going to be 4 quarters, whether that's using the daily cycles, the 90-minute cycles, whatever cycle you are referring to, whether you're trading on a lower time frame or a higher time frame, you are always going to be using if-then logic. Meaning, whatever quarter one does dictates what quarter 2, 3, and 4 are going to do. For a lot of people familiar with power of 3, you guys know as accumulation, manipulation, distribution. In quarterly theory, there's a X function. We understand this as expansion, which usually tends to be a continuation or reversal of the quarter prior to that opening quarter. Now, you can either see AMDX quarters or XAMD quarters. It really comes down to the function of 1. You will never necessarily know whether quarter 1 is going to be A, accumulation, or X, expansion, until quarter 1, finishes or finalizes. So a lot of the times when we personally trade, such as myself who trades New York AM Stock Exchange, I'm usually waiting, until quarter 3. Meaning I already have the information of quarter 1 and 2 to dictate what quarter 3 is going to do. Meaning I have a lot of accuracy within my trading positions. Now, a quick rule of thumb, quarter 1 dictates what the quarters after follow. Meaning if quarter 1 expands, quarter 2 will likely consolidate. We know this as accumulation. So if quarter 1 expands, quarter 2 will likely accumulate, followed by manipulation, followed by distribution. Now, if quarter 1 consolidates instead, quarter 2 will likely manipulate. Meaning, if quarter 1 accumulates instead of expanding, quarter 2 will likely manipulate, followed by quarter 3 being distribution, and then followed by quarter 4 being expansion. Now, if quarter 2 manipulates, quarter 3 will distribute. A lot of people know this as AMDX or XAMD. Now, true opens. True opens are specific openings in price which serve as a time-based filter for determining Judah swings, stop hunts, and turtle soups. Now, a lot of people understand what key opens are. If you guys are familiar with ICT's Power of 3, Power of 3 has what we call a opening price to the candle, which we refer to as a key open. Same thing as key opens. True opens are the opening, not necessarily of a cycle, but the second quarter within that cycle. True opens are the beginning of quarter 2 on every given cycle form. So whether you're talking about a higher time frame weekly cycle, daily cycle, 90-minute cycle, every single one of those cycles are going to consist of 4 quarters, right? We can reference back here. Every single cycle is going to consist of 4 quarters. And each of those quarters are, going to be fractal. But between those 4 quarters, your second quarter is going to be your true opening price, which we can see we accumulate. Opening of quarter 2, true open. We manipulate below the true opening price, which tends to form some sort of sequential SMT or SMT, cracking correlations as ICT tends to want to say, usually tapping some type of higher time frame point of interest or PD array, and then, well, giving us our distribution, which is very, very self-explanatory. You have accumulation, manipulation, distribution, very, very self-explanatory. Instead of resulting to only price, which is just power of 3, we're using true opens, meaning we're not necessarily validating a manipulation into distribution pivot until we have a specific cracking correlation or SSMT to validate different true openings, which is why it is super, super important to understand, okay, what time frame are you trading on and what cycle are you referring to when you're pretty much entering a position. Now, different examples consist of true week opening, true day opening, true session opening, and even as low as true micro session opening. Now, quarterly theory cheat sheet. Utilizing my quarterly theory cheat sheet, more importantly from day QT, of course, we can reference to what days we want to position our trades and how the markets are going to be moving every single day and every single cycle. Now, kind of what I was just breaking down, we have two different profiles. We have accumulation, manipulation, distribution, and expansion, or vice versa, expansion, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Now, within these four different profiles, or I guess you could say quarters, within the profile of AMDX, they're all going to sit within a different quarter. Now, not all of them are tradable to a full extent. You understand the entire point of quarterly theory, time and price theory, is to get precision. The entire point of time and price theory is to get the highest probability trades and putting yourself in the highest probable positions possible. Meaning, if we want to wait for the highest probability setups, we want to position ourselves where we're likely to see volatility. Now we call this LR, which is considered low resistance liquidity runs. High resistance liquidity runs is the opposite. That's more of accumulation conditions. Now we always want to position ourselves where markets are likely to be volatile in distribution, right? After manipulations complete. So a lot of the times putting yourself in positions of either manipulation or distributions tend to be the highest probability conditions. Now we can visibly see here that quarter one accumulates, we manipulate coming into quarter two, which manipulates below the true opening price, purging our quarter one sell stop liquidity, then falling above, remitigating the true opening, and this is where you usually will find your model 2022, your breakers, your most efficient entries to then, well, fall in line with the distribution and then expansion. Clear draws can either be higher time frame point of interest and PD arrays, of course. Now, of course, coming to a close of today's lecture, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video as an introduction to quarterly theory for people who are unfamiliar or don't necessarily know the whole in and out of what QT time and price theory really does or what it can be implemented for. If you guys have any questions, of course, feel free to drop a comment in the comment section below. If you guys are new here, my name is Snowski. I personally teach quarterly theory, time and price theory, and also use it every single day for you guys. If you guys are not part of Collectors Club, my 100% free Discord server, that will be linked right here or in the description below. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you boys soon. Peace.